It was just a normal Saturday. It was busy. The weather was actually nice during the day, and then it just started to become a little bit gloomy, and it started to rain. I actually text Sally, who owned Discoveries, and said, "Are you okay? How's the river?" And she says, "It's high. It's going to flood." And I look out and I see Charlene Townsend, who owns Maxine's. We're like waving each other down in the window, and I'm trying to tell her to go upstairs because she has a second floor. She actually can be heard on one of the 911 calls that she called because she can hear me screaming.
Hi, this is Howard County 911. We missed a call from you?
Yes, I have a lady stuck in a building over here across the street from me.
What's it?
41, and the water's getting higher and higher on her.
Is she on the first floor? Tell me.
She's on the first floor, and she's right now standing on top of her counter screaming.
So water was coming in from the front, it was coming in from the basement, and then at that point I just heard this creaking and scratching and just something out of a horror movie in the back of my store where the Tiber River is, and it was the water just trying to push through.
When it hit, it didn't work the way we planned. We had more trees come down and more cars again, and they act as battering rams, and it just took out that wall like it was cardboard.
Wow.
The windows didn't matter. It just smashed right through the block, and everything ripped out that entire wall. The roof now was sagging because it ripped everything out, worse than before. The last time we had been left with like an arch of brick on each side, so it carried the roof. Now the roof is sagging, and the floor with its steel beams and concrete didn't hold. They got pushed up 1.5 or 2 feet. And I'm not going to say it can't be repaired, but it's like we just said to ourselves, this is ridiculous.
Since before the second flood in Ellicott City this year, the public and Howard County officials have been going back and forth about how to keep the historic town safe from a third strike. The latest proposal includes demolishing buildings, but a new poll put out by Preservation Maryland shows that folks who live there want another option.
And the plan basically says that we're going to take down a good chunk of the historic structures at the lower end of town in order to mitigate and potentially reduce floodwaters in that part of the town.
It was the election. Well, we lost our leaders. Now we're really screwed. What are we going to do now? And now we have to wait to see if our new executive is going to help us with the 5-year plan that has been approved, or if he's going to go the other way. We don't know. Anything will help. Everything will help. But this has to be taken care of. Main Street has to be taken care of. If he stalls and stalls, we're gone. Period.